some room.
In there for the touchdown. Coming home here in lane 5, well out in front of the field. And Malachek touches in a time of 52.92, a new high school national record. Back to back to back to back state champions. NET Sports, your home for championship sports, is live from the Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska. For day-long coverage of the Nebraska Schoolist Activities Association State High School Volleyball Championships. And this morning, we kick it off in Class D with the showdown between the Coyotes of Chambers-Wheeler Central, seeded number 2, and the top-seeded Griffins of Diller-Odell. And good morning, everyone. I'm Larry Putney, along with a broadcast partner, former Husker standout, and socially distanced very properly, Kathy Wieskamp. It's great to see everyone again. It's great to be back in live events here in the state of Nebraska, and especially grateful to be having these state championships. A lot has changed over the last 8 months. A lot has changed with this championship, but it's great to be here.
It's just great to be here, and as we talk to the teams and the players, they're just thrilled, and the communities that we've had this opportunity. Didn't know if we'd get here, but we are here. Everybody's excited, and again, appreciating the hard work that went behind getting us to these championships.
And of course, here at Pinnacle Bank Arena, where we can spread things out a little bit, they put the X's on certain chairs, marked off areas, and really tried to keep folks, very responsibly socially distanced and wearing masks throughout these state championships. All right, let's get on to the first matchup of the day in Class D2 on the floor tonight. This morning, it's number 2, Chambers-Wheeler Central, the Coyotes, taking on the defending state champs in the Griffins.
The Griffins won their first state championship a year ago in D1. They're back again wanting to claim that title in D2. Really excited. We've got the Heineman sisters really leading this team as we go into this championship. Across the net, you've got the Coyotes, and again, their first time in this championship match. Excited to be there. A lot of senior laden. They'd love to take a championship home.
And you see where these two teams are located. Wheeler Central is in Bartlett, Nebraska. Chambers High School in Chambers. Just 30 minutes apart for those two schools. This is how Diller-Odell got here. They knocked off Nebraska Christian, Falls City Sacred Heart. And it was Chambers-Wheeler Central with wins over Wynot and Maywood to get here to this state championship. When we come back, we'll hear from Ryan Mix, the third member of our crew, and we'll have action on the floor, the state championships all day long, right here on NET Sports.
All right, it's time to talk about us. Not him, not her, not them. Us. Thanks to us, things have been great. In fact, you can find us just about everywhere. Your food, that's us. Your food's food, that's us too. Your fuel, that's us. And should anyone out there happen to doubt us, by all means, just watch us.
Have you heard about FAFSA?
It's like a form you fill out.
Fill it out and you get money for college.
Easiest way to get money for college, hands down.
FAFSA.
It's a life hack.
It's your way in.
So you want to help me pay for college? I'm down.
Heck yeah.
Definitely.
How is this not trending on all the things?
It took me like 30 minutes to fill out.
So easy.
How much am I gonna get?
This is a hidden gem.
Fill out your FAFSA.
FAFSA.
Drink water, buckle up, fill out your FAFSA.
Interactive exhibits for all ages bring sports to life at the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame. Nebraska's history of high school sports is alive, while historic memorabilia preserve the rich heritage.
High school athletes, coaches, and administrators, all are trophy winners.
Inside the NSAA headquarters at 500 Charleston Street, just north of Haymarket Park in Lincoln. More information at nebhalloffame.org.
Local businesses are an important part of our state's economy. They're run by people who are imaginative, determined, innovative, and committed to being here in Nebraska. But the pandemic has challenged their resilience and their future. Your support, done safely, is important to local business because our community is stronger when we care for the well-being and livelihood of our neighbors. Local shopping, done in safe ways, supports Nebraska businesses today.
Well, if you have friends and family across the state, the country, or the world, they can watch the NSAA championships on NET by downloading the free NET Nebraska app. Anyone can watch their favorite Nebraska high school team or player. Live streaming also supported through Apple TV and Chromecast. You can get the free app at netnebraska.org/apps. Introductions just beginning. Let's go to Steve Lemon.
The number 1 seed, the Diller-Odell Griffins. The NSAA is proud to recognize premier corporate partners for their outstanding support of NSAA activities. U.S. Bank, Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association, Nebraska Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, and CHI Health St. Elizabeth. At this time, we ask you to please rise, remove your hats, and stand at attention with your right hand placed over your heart for the singing of our national anthem. Our anthem today will be sung by James Rasser of Papillion La Vista High School. Members of the armed forces and veterans who are present but not in uniform may render the military salute.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
James Rasser. And now it's time to meet the teams. First, here are the 33-1 Chambers Wheeler Central Lady Renegades. Number 1, Brooke Ehlers. Number 2, Emma Johnseth. Number 4, Michelle Koenig. Number 5, Ryan Haberjack. Number 6, Ellie Metzke. Number 8, Cheyenne Picorni. Number 9, Morgan Ramsey. Number 13, Rachel Dirks. Number 14, Alexis Butterfield. Number 17, Tessa Metzke. And number 19, McKenna Pelster. The assistant coach is Russ Nolte. The head coach of the Renegades is Diane Castleder. And now let's meet the 32-1 Diller-Odell Griffins. Number 1, Tatum Schroeder. Number 2, Mad Meyer. Number 3, Kira Hennerberg. Number 4, Addison Heidemann. Number 5, Ava Lovett. Number 6, Lily Swanson. Number 8, Madeline Swanson. Number 9, Alicia Sadoff. Number 11, Rachel Stanishek. Number 14, Carly Heidemann. And number 17, Kate Kostal. The assistant coach is Emmy Noyd. The head coach for the Griffins is Reba Hesterman. Today's officials are Tricia Casper and Jane Check. The bench official is Neil Hammond. Our line judges are Richard Bravo and Tara Klassen. And now, let's play state championship volleyball.
Ready to go in Class D2. It's the Renegades and the Griffins. Renegades come in at 31-1. There's a look at CWC. Diller-Odell Griffins at 30-1 combined between these two teams. An impressive 61-2. Both teams have fallen just once this year. The Renegades lost in a tournament to Wayne 2-1, and Diller-Odell, despite beating Falls City Sacred Heart 4 times, they lost once in a 5-setter 3-2.
Hard to beat a team 4 times.
Right, or 5.
5.
Yeah.
Yep.
First serve will belong to Diller-Odell, the Griffins. There's Addie Heidemann, the 5'11" senior setter for the Griffins, who is waiting for a volleyball, as we all are. And there it is. Just finishing, sanitizing the ball before we get started.
Yep. All kinds of protocols.
That's right. Heidemann starts it off. Right away out of the back row, the roll shot by Mechke not down. Opportunity on the left side near the pin. Good block, good touch, and Johnson with the overpass and puts it down.
Again, excited. Big first quick kill there right off.
Hey, the third member of our crew today, he'll be patrolling courtside throughout the day. That's Ryan Mix. Let's go over to Ryan.
Good morning, Larry and Kathy. It's great to be with you here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Looking forward to a full day of state championship action. Obviously, it's been a very interesting season playing through a pandemic, but we've reached the pinnacle of the season, and this is the hardware behind me that will be handed out all day here at PBA. It's fitting that at the pinnacle of the season, the state championships handed out at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Of course, it's a new year. It's a new venue, the same goal in mind, and I know all of these girls, coaches, players, fans are very thankful to have this opportunity today.
It does feel a bit different, but you're right, Ryan, it's just great to be here and great to be playing state championships. And off to the quick start here is Chambers Wheeler Central. CWC on top 4-zip on the top seed Diller-Odell. So many coaches, Kathy, have commented, big block in the middle there, and that is Morgan Ramsey. You'll hear a lot of her today. But so many of the coaches have said, throughout these state championships, as a timeout is called, we'll get to that thought in a moment. Diller-Odell takes the timeout as they trail 5-zip, and look at the big block by Ramsey.
Ramsey does a great job there, really penetrating across the net, matches right up on the shoulder.
So many of the coaches that we spoke to yesterday talked about the protocols that they put in place just for their own team, knowing that there was at least this opportunity, and reiterated to the girls, listen, if you at least want a chance, if we have a chance to do this, this is what we have to do, and it's been so well adopted.
It definitely has, and again, every game was a gift, and that was kind of the approach most people took as they went into it, and everything we can do to give ourselves the opportunity to continue to play, to take it 1 week at a time, 1 day at a time, and we're doing some extra things just to have that chance that's that important to us. And teams and programs really stepped up and got us to this point because of that.
On the right side, roll shot by Dirks not down. Pushed over, good effort, great save. Nice up on the one-hander by Mechke to keep it alive. Pushed out to the pin. A lot of touches here early from CWC on the block. And bingo, through the middle goes Morgan Ramsey. She has 59, make it 60 kills now here at state.
She has been a tremendous leader in this state tournament. And again, she comes up big here.
Give Koenig some credit on that first touch on the last. And again, that was into the tape, did not clear, hitting error on the Griffins. And right now the Renegades are the team that has settled in more quickly.
This is a very senior-laden team here, CWC, and they really have embraced the opportunity. We will not let this year or our careers end without giving everything we've got.
Hitting error on Koenig, and that gives the Griffins their first point at 7-1. Back to serve now for Diller-Odell is Ava Lovett. Lovett, a senior outside hitter. Just a little bit past the pin. Nice job to keep that in play. And another opportunity on the tip try. Good coverage right there by Koenig. Koenig again.
Nice
Not
big
down.
string.
And again, that big right side block. Getting a lot of touches on that far pin. And off of the block and down, and another kill for the Renegades. And again, that's number 9, Morgan Ramsey, the 6'1" senior.
Ramsey has come out strong here. She's really stepped up, playing big, working very hard in the front.
Good pass. Push behind. Roll just in. Great roll shot by Koenig.
Koenig does a great job, keeps her hand high, really controls that with the wrist, and just catches that far sideline. Look at that good high hand and that wrist control.
Just catching part of the line.
Ball coming too fast. Mischke couldn't get her hand out of the way there.
And that was Carly Heidemann. We'll hear a lot from Heidemann as well. Heidemann has had 31 and 18 kills in her 2 matches down here at state.
She's an incredible attacker. Actually a great all-around player, you know, but you just really see her shine in that front row.
Sadoff now will serve for the Griffins. Bump set out. Not down for Ramsey. And again, that big swing on the left side by Heidemann.
Heidemann just really powers that ball, blasted against the block. Ramsey was up there, but again, not sealed straight across. You can see her hands still facing a little outside, and just that strong swing.
And now here come the Griffins with a little bit of momentum. They've pulled back to within 4 on a 3-0 run. Good angle. Boy, what a great shot there by Carly Heidemann.
She's just a smart player, you know. She has versatile and a wide range of shots.
And Caselder will take a timeout for CWC. You see the angle there, and about all Koenig could do. Let's go to last year's state championship in Class D2.
The reigning champion BDS Eagles took on the Humphrey St. Francis Flyers in an intense 5-set battle for the 2019 Class D2 state title. After BDS won the first 2 sets, fueled by Macy Kamler's match-high 30 kills, the Flyers stormed back to take the next 2 with the help of Kylie Wessel's 3 aces. The final set was locked at 14, and then senior Regan Alf closed out the match with 2 of her 20 kills to seal the BDS Eagles' 2nd consecutive Class D2 state championship.
Back to action here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. You know, we mentioned Diller-Odell, the defending state champions, but that was in D1. They have moved down this year to Class D2. Big block. Morgan Ramsey got a hand on that off the swing of Carly Heidemann.
That time she got in great position, got her feet all the way to that outside and pushed that ball in. You can see that outside hand turning it into the court.
It's going to be a great matchup as those 2 are in the front row against each other. They'll go the other way this time.
Tough ball there. Ramsey's had to step in and set that ball. Just got it on top of the tape there. Didn't give her hitter an option.
Right side attack. Ramsey again with the kill.
utilizing her on that right side when she's in that right front position in the rotation. Just again, her swinging in it from a different location.
Off the fingertips of Mechke on the swing. Trying to just free ball it over, and it goes wide, and the timeout very effective for Diane Caselder in her 9th year for the Renegades. And the service error. Those two athletes you just saw back-to-back are 1 and 2 down here at the state tournament for total kills. Morgan Ramsey has gone 33 and 26 in the 2 matches at state for a total of 59. And it's Carly Heidemann with 31 and 18 for a total of 49. They are 1 and 2 at state this year.
Pretty impressive. We're going to see all day long just high quality players from D2 all the way up, which is so exciting for the state of Nebraska.
A terrific job there by Allie Heidemann to get a hand on that, on the block, and then powering through it is Mechke. Tessa Mechke, the senior outside. We're going to hear a lot of seniors on the CWC side, as I think there are there are 3 juniors on CWC. Everyone else is a senior.
Seniors. That's why this is so important to them. And again, the hard work they've put in. Talking to Coach, she said just they are workers. They have been open to learning and continuing to grow every year and every day.
And a kill by Mechke. Mechke that time moves to the right pin with the swing.
Yep, does a nice job there. Takes that ball, the angle shot, catches the defense, pulled in.
Tough serve, chased down, and long. And that was all thanks to a very difficult serve from Mechke.
She really drives that ball.
Another tough serve by Mechke, not handled well. Bump set out, it'll free ball over. Good opportunity here for CWC. They'll run it outside and deliver. Koenig got the kill.
Great shot there by Koenig going line. She gets that ball pushed to the pin, and look at the blocker, gives her that whole space she recognizes and terminates.
Koenig out there looks like she's been swinging her entire career at the pins, but she's actually a former libero, sat out a couple of years with injury. First year she's been swinging at the pins is Koenig, and a nice job there.
And really, she's one of those players that just really steps up in the big game. She's a kind of the big game player.
Run the middle, and Johnson into the block.
Great job there by Sadoff.
There's Addie Heidemann. Good pass on a tough serve. 2 touches called. So Heidemann back to that service line. She leads Diller-Odell with 76 aces coming into the state tournament. Get in system here in this rally. Finally won and does not clear the tape. No touch, 4 touches called on the Renegades. So after being down 7-0, the Griffins have slowly begun to claw back into this. Back row, and that's going to be long for Morgan Ramsey.
Good serve going here by Heidemann. And finally powering through the block right through the hands of Alicia Sadoff, and the kill for Koenig.
Koenig did a nice job staying deep. That ball was coming from that right back and kept in front of her, gave her a great opportunity to make a good swing.
Right between the back row passers. Johnson with the kill. Check that, that's Meyerly with the kill.
Yep. Meyerly, I believe, on the outside. Yep. She had a one-on-one and just slices it on the outside of the block.
Wide off the hand of Ramsey. And we are even at 17 here in set number 1. And a slow truck back, but they're right there.
Just been very patient and stayed within themselves, doing a great job.
And there's Ramsey off the block. They got a one-on-one matchup for Ramsey, and she'll deliver most of the time there.
Absolutely, she does a great job not hitting straight into the block, but working off the edges and the sides of that block, catches the outer arm or hand, and gets the kill.
Butterfield into serve for CWC. Free balled over by Pelster, the libero. Another aggressive attack by Carly Heidemann.
Diller-Odell did a great job taking advantage of that free ball. They've got Heidemann up front. Took that ball, fast tempo, as you can see, beat the block.
Heidemann again, just wide. Back and forth here in set 1.
Serving Michelle Koenig.
Good touch by Ramsey on the swing. On the overpass, put down by Lily Swanson. Swanson, just a freshman in there at middle for Diller-Odell.
Swanson does a great job. She's very disciplined back in her base position, so when that ball came up to her, she was ready and on top of it.
Nice job to avoid the touch on the net as well as she went over and got it. And there's Mechke with the kill from the left side. She averages 4.5 kills a match.
And she's really a tucker out on the court, really, again, encourager, leading. Again, a lot of seniors here taking on that role and commitment to each other. Great up there, too.
What an up by Mechke off a big swing from Heidemann. Heidemann will get another chance. Got it that time off the hands of Koenig.
Boy, can she deliver. That's a big swing on the outside. Lots of pace on that ball. Hard to control.
And now Heidemann rotates out of the front row. Renegades happy to see that, although Heidemann now serving. She has 39 aces on the year.
I was going to say, she contributes from the back row, just in a different manner.
That's right. And the lead to Diller-Odell at 21-20. And a timeout will be taken by Diane Casselder. There's a look at Reba Hesterman, the first-year head coach of Diller-Odell. She was a Crofton head coach for a couple of years. Played softball at Doane College and has taken over the head coaching job here in year 1, has the Griffins at the state tournament. And a great comeback here by the Griffins in this first set, up 21-20.
They really have been very patient. You know, they could have got rattled with that big lead. And, you know, and the big, really, it was a lot of energy on the Renegade side of the net. They stayed very patient and poised through that whole time, and it's really paid off for them.
Heidemann will serve. Just an all-around player. Great in the back row defensively, can serve. You've seen how well she can hit. On the slide behind the setter. Off the block, and a nice call there in the timeout by Diane Caselders. Johnson on the slide.
Johnson came around on that slide, that backside a little slower developing, but did a nice job and kept that ball in front of her. Just a different look in the offense.
Pass. Stayed in system, not down. Big swing by Mechke, and Mechke gets the kill.
Nice swing by Mechke. She's very powerful, likes to be explosive up there at the net as she comes in hard.
Mechke's had 8 and 12 kills in the 2 matches down here at state. Off to a good start here in the championship. Big block right at the net. That was Dirks who got a hand on it. Mechke again. Good up by Heidemann.
Talked about that complete player that she is.
Bump set. And sit over.
Great up to Ramsey, playing great defense in the back row as well.
Mechke doesn't clear the net on a key point there. 22 all now. Great rally, good momentum here for the Griffins. Mechke, big block in the middle by Satoff.
Huge block there at a key time. Again, CWC had a great pass in system. Blockers were very disciplined and right on top of it.
Dirks with the swing off the top of the block. And set point here in the first for the Griffins. Dirks through the block and a big point at set point on the kill by Rachel Dirks. 24-23. Set point number 2 here for the Griffins. Mechke back to serve. Heidemann's in the back row. She'll pass. Run the left side. Good up. Second touch goes over by Dirks. Back row. Heidemann just long, and we are even at 24. We've got extra points here in the first. And a timeout taken by Reba Hesterman. Diller-Odell will talk it over. Now let's take a look at this first set of action here between Diller-Odell and the Renegades of CWC. And a back and forth battle, and as you would expect, both teams being led by the big hitters. There's Morgan Ramsey for CWC. Ramsey again in the middle off the block. She got off with a quick start, and remember, the Renegades led this 7-zip. But then back come the Griffins. Meyerly with the kill there, and Heidemann. Well, she's got a heavy swing. And there is Carly Heidemann. Well, not there, but you saw her second ago. There's Morgan Ramsey. All right, 24 all.
Back to service, Tessa Mechke.
Good serve by Mechke. Pushed over, kept alive. Back row attack. At the pin, off the block. Good decision there by Ava Lovett to tool that block. Use those hands to get the kill. And now set point number 3 coming up for the Griffins. Good pass. In system, out to the pin. That went off the block, but up. Tough pass. Meyerly out of the back row, not down. Check out Metzke out of the back row. And at set point, there's the Griffins. The kill by Meyerly, and Diller-Odell comes from a 7-0 deficit to win it here in set number 1, 26-24 over CWC. It's just the 5th set loss. or Chambers Wheeler Central. 1-0 here in the D2 title. Diller-Odell on top.
Early mornings, late nights, emotionally, physically, mentally tougher. Generations of trust, innovation, and hard work done side by side. The decisions you make for your land and livestock have a direct impact on your operation, the region, and the world. That is why we're there when you need us anytime, every time. We both have one chance, one season, one mission. Tougher together. Aurora and you.
Electricity. It makes life easier, more productive, brighter, possible. Yet we only think about it when we don't have it. The next time you're doing, well, anything, think about how electricity makes it all possible. And know we will be there, powering your everyday, every day.
Are you ready? Let's go.
4 years of high school can prepare your girls for who they'll be the rest of their life. That's why it's important for students at Marion to have every opportunity to develop in the arts, the sciences, all academics, as confident, faith-filled leaders in their community and beyond. The journey begins here. Spend a day at Marion High School and discover what lies ahead.
All this grass, all this mulch, all these projects to do. They all get done with the Kubota BX Series tractor. The Kubota BX Series. Kubota is a proud sponsor of Nebraska high school sports on NET. It's the crack of dawn, but it's never too early to get ready for hunting season. Acceleration, handling, and cargo room for work. The Kubota Sidekick. For more information and participating Nebraska Kubota dealers, KubotaNEsports.com.
Welcome back to Pinnacle Bank Arena in the Class D2 State Championship. Diller-Odell leads CWC 1-0. Well, I'm joined alongside Jennifer Schwartz, Associate Director of the NSAA. Jennifer oversees volleyball and has put in a ton of work into this event. Jennifer, take a deep breath. We got through the season. We're here. Is it kind of crazy to think that we got through the season and we're here and state championships are actually being crowned today?
Absolutely. When we walked out of this building back in March from state boys basketball, there were so many things happening and you know, we really didn't even know what was happening around us. And so it's amazing that we're back. We put in a ton of work. Our member schools have, you know, they did the hard work to get us back to school. When we had to shut down last spring, you know, there were so many unknowns. So kudos to all of our member schools who put in the work to get our kids back to school and obviously to get us here today.
Obviously a little bit different format this year. The tournament spread out over 4 days as opposed to 3, only one venue. In previous years, some of those first round matches would be held at high schools. So overall, how do you think this week has gone with 4 days and one venue?
Well, I think it's been outstanding. You know, part of what we discussed and what that went into this is we wanted to be able to maximize, obviously, the number of people that could get in to see these girls play. Throughout the state, we had to, you know, limit people that could come in so that we could maintain our social distance and get through it. So, you know, we worked with the board of directors from the NSAA to say, hey, what can we do? And obviously, Pinnacle Bank is a beautiful, beautiful arena. We'd been here before, and so we looked at all the things that we could do, and we felt like this was the safest and the best place for us to be.
As expected, you knew there would be some hiccups through the season. Of course, that's happening with all sports across the country, but generally speaking, it seems like the volleyball season, most of these teams got to play a full season. Were you pleasantly surprised with that?
Oh, tremendously surprised. You know, I'm going to be real honest. I didn't think we would get here. You know, I had a lot of conversations with coaches all over the summer when we couldn't have camps and clinics and open gyms. And quite honestly, I said, hey, our goal is to get to November. So we need, again, do the hard work, you know, what do we need to do so that we can get here? We had some games that had to be postponed or canceled, you know, as as schools had some outbreaks and whatnot. But overall, we made it. We're here. So very, very surprised and pleasantly surprised.
The pandemic has forced everyone to think a little bit differently. Obviously, the NSAA has adjusted very well this fall. With that being said, in previous years, the championships would be held at the Devaney Center, of course, the home of the Huskers, but also this is such a great venue here. So what are the odds that potentially the format could change in the future for volleyball?
Well, that's a great question. I think, it merits some conversation as we move forward. It will take, the membership to decide, is this where we want to be? It's going to be tough to not go back to Devaney, we're the home of the Huskers. I mean, that's a tremendous, it's little girls' dreams, playing this sport. So we'll have the conversation once we get through this event, kind of look at what went well and is this the format that we do want to use moving forward.
Jennifer, thank you so much for the time. Congrats to you and your team for a great job this fall.
Thank you, and thanks for everything that NET does. We couldn't do it without you, so thank you.
Of course.
It was 1 point Diller-Odell. Thank you very much, Ryan, and also thank you to Jennifer Schwartz. What a great job the NSAA has done all year in really being on the forefront and leading the way in how to manage the pandemic through sports, right? I mean, the fact that these kids have been able to get through, in Lincoln we're in the red, right?
Right.
And to be able to get through a year and have as little positives as they had and be able to continue to play and have opponents to play, it speaks volumes of what the NSAA and the coaches around the state have done.
Well, and again, I think it's been so important. We found that schools are a really good place for our kids to be, both safe-wise, but also mentally and emotionally, and to have these opportunities, and everybody, like you said, doing a lot of hard work, and it's paid off, and it's been worth it, though, because, again, we do this for the kids, and the NSAA has been leading in that, and our communities also. So our health departments, everybody's been a key factor in getting us to this point.
A big swing here by Mechke, who is really the spark plug of this team. In fact, between sets after losing that 7-0 lead, it was Mechke who was out there imploring them, we got this. It's only one set. We can do this. She's kind of a little fireball out there.
That was exactly my word. She is a fireball. Yeah. And again, has a lot of energy. She goes at it and gives everything she's got. Really talks and encourages to her team. Great leader.
Off the top of the block and down. And again, there's Mechke. She'll go back to serve.
Yep, fist pump, runs back there, really sets the tempo, and again, taking control. It's great to see.
CWC got out to the same lead they did, not same, but a similar fashion. They got out to the lead in set number 1. And really, it's the two rotations that, Diller-Odell is opening in the rotation with Heidemann in the back, whereas the Renegades are opening with both Ramsey and Dirks in the front row, which, you saw Dirks run through the front row the last time and had 2 blocks during the interview. Just that presence up front has caused problems in that rotation when Heidemann is in the back. And then Heidemann rotates into the front, and then here comes Diller-Odell.
So you kind of see that ebb and flow, that swing as the rotations lend to strengths.
Timeout, 10-8 as Diller-Odell has regained the lead. Kathy, I know, you're an administrator. You have to make these decisions on a day-to-day basis. You're dealing with this frequently. If you go back to where we were in March, we were right here at Pinnacle Bank Arena for the state basketball tournament. I think most of us thought at that time, well, by the time volleyball in the fall comes around, we'll be fine. But this is what it was like back in March, and it really hasn't changed much. Of course, Andy Kindy was always by himself, whether it's full or not. Andy finds a little place to himself. Not many people want to be around him, but it's interesting, though. Things haven't changed that much.
They haven't changed. And I remember the tournament as that was all happening and evolving. It was like everybody's, are we going to get through this? Are we going to get through these games? And again, people stepped up. NSAA did a great job, again, facilitating it, making adjustments so that we could. And just the faces of the teams as they finished that. And again, did we ever think we would still be here at this point? I don't think so.
Right.
Nobody knew. It was so unknown. We've learned so much since that time, too, about it. And I think that's also lended us to even being here today, because we've learned and we're doing what we need to do to be able to continue to let our kids play, which is, like we said, a really important part of their lives and our schools.
Yeah, and I should clarify the statement. Not much has changed in the way that these are being played, with limited fans, social distancing, much more mask wearing than we had back in March, obviously, but everything has changed in the way that we approach dealing with the pandemic. And even on a day-to-day basis, as you said, it's like we now understand that school is the best place because kids are wearing their masks. They're being responsible. We've learned that even as we hit red, it's still okay to continue to go to school, continue to function as long as you do it responsibly.
Absolutely. And as you said, lots of decisions have been made, but a lot more information has been given to help lend to making good decisions.
Yeah.
And I think that's the critical part. And again, yes, red a year ago looked a lot different than red today does, as far as what we're doing with our schools, because great, again, leadership and people adjusting. That's what we do. We constantly say we have to be flexible and adjust.
Well, to put a bow on that, there are many states looking in who would love to be us, who would love to be Nebraska,
absolutely.
who would love to be having state championships in their state. So we feel very fortunate. Big block on the right side there. Alicia Sadoff with that block, and Diller-Odell with a 3-point lead. But CWC hanging around.
But Sadoff is tough up there at the net. She really has led this team with that block all year long.
Nice job there by Haberchak to chase down that bump set and get a decent set on. One-on-one. Heidemann tries to tool it. Ramsey had nothing of it. Heidemann again, she won't touch that time.
Great up and save. Good body balance and control.
Yeah, did not completely cross, but then Heidemann delivers.
Yep. You give Diller-Odell a ball in that easy condition, you got Heidemann up front, you're in trouble. No block, lots of court.
What a great decision there by Addie Heidemann, though, the setter, who went all the way across court to the far pin, and a wide open shot by Carly Heidemann.
And again, it's just fun to see the decision making too we see from our kids, and particularly our setters really orchestrating and running the offense. There's a lot to take in, and she's reading what the block's doing, where her players are, what she has available. Great shot there by Koenig. Takes it hard angle, comes inside that block. The ball was set a little bit inside, but look at her really drive to that ball and reach on and get underneath the block.
Nice soft hands on the set there by Allie Heidemann.
Great up.
Terrific up. And it's wide. Leads 15-12 for Diller-Odell. Back to serve now is Koenig. Good driving serve by Koenig. On the angle, not down. The swing by Meyerly.
Meyerly trying that cross court, just didn't get on top of it, the back of the ball, and sends it wide.
Tough serve. Good pass. Right out to Heidemann. And we chased down, kept alive. Free ball coming up for the Griffins. They'll go right back to Heidemann again and puts it down. What a quick tempo set. You see the pace on that ball?
I was just going to say the pace of that ball. She got that free ball, and look at it, firing it out there. That low flat and just a great line shot.
And nothing Ramsey could do there. She's late to the block, but nothing you can do with a tempo ball like that.
Yep.
That's why Christy Johnson likes Heidemann, who is on her way to Iowa State to play collegiate volleyball. Just a very talented setter for the Griffins.
Setter, great defensive player, good decision maker, good leader. And again, Christy Johnson, again, recognizing that and pulling a kid from Nebraska.
Yeah. On the overpass, that's down by Johnson.
Fed that right up to Johnson, and she took advantage of it. Just a tough serve, though. Again, really that created that situation.
Ramsey is back at that service line.
Wow.
That'll take her off it on a big swing by Heidemann.
But just what a great pass. Put him in system. Heidemann here coming in middle. Again, you got to keep track of where she's at.
And a point to the Griffins. Back to serve now for the Griffins is Meyerly. Tried the short serve, just missed clearing the tape.
And again, just trying to change things up, you know, and try and catch people off balance. We've seen a lot of driving hard serves, mixing it up.
And the long serve gives the Griffins the free point, 19-16. And Heidemann now back to serve. Line just long. Good idea by Johnson, but just missed that back line.
Wasn't a ball that she could drive to. She just took it a little off balance and just missed her mark, trying to keep it in with that wrist snap. Again, just finish that off with that wrist snap, and she's going flat and long. You got to get on top of that ball, give her a little bit more of an angle.
Back-to-back hitting errors by CWC gives Diller-Odell a 5-point lead and 4 away from going on top 2-0. Look at the Griffins. And there is Carly and Addison. If you look at the top 150, both of the sisters in the top 150. Addie, who is the class of 2021 this year, going to Iowa State, and Carly just a sophomore. 6'2" outside hitter, just a sophomore. So obviously with the new rules, coaches can't contact her yet, but she's got a future somewhere.
I was going to say, options abound for that young lady. You know, whoever gets her is going to have a great player in their program. But like you said, lots of opportunities for her, I think, in her future.
Volleyball talent around the state in all classes, just phenomenal in Nebraska. There is no doubt that this is the showcase sport in high school athletics in the state of Nebraska.
And it's just great to see, again, young women, you know, excelling and doing great things, and again, going on throughout the country.
Serving for CWC, Tessa Hetsky.
One of the messages, again, CWC coach said, we talk about women uplifting women and being promoters of each other out here on the court and in our daily lives as well.
Killed there by the freshman, Lily Swanson, who will now go back to serve. 3 away from going up 2-0. Aggressive swing, but a big block in the middle. And again, that's Sadoff, who has had a big presence at the net for the Griffins.
She's done a phenomenal job up at the middle, really doing a great job setting up, working hard to close and seal blocks up.
That's serve point, CWC. And a serve, number 19, McKenna Pelster.
So Pelster now back to the line, needs to go on a long run here for the Renegades to stay in this in set number 2. Tough serve on the second touch, not down by Heidemann. Ramsey with the swing. Overpass. And Dirks with the kill. Dirks puts it down. Rachel Dirks, the senior right side hitter, 6'1". Block in the middle. Ramsey and Dirks got a hand on it on the double, and then Ramsey with the kill.
Great work there by Ramsey, up at the block, getting off, being ready, and an eligible attacker, and then coming in hard.
So 2 straight here now for the Renegades. Out again, and that block just off. And Lovett gets the kill, and that puts the Griffins at set point here in set number 2.
Serving is Addison Heidemann.
Addie Heidemann with the driving serve,
Yes.
and Heidemann with the ace.
Diller-Odell with set 10, 25-20. Griffins lead 2 sets to 9.
The top seed Griffins from Diller-Odell have taken a 2-0 lead here in this Class D2 state championship. Heidemann with the ace on set point. Third coming your way on NET.
Have you heard about FAFSA?
It's like a form you fill out.
Fill it out and you get money for college.
Easiest way to get money for college, hands down.
FAFSA.
It's a life hack.
It's your way in.
So you want to help me pay for college? I'm down.
Heck yeah.
Definitely.
How is this not trending on all the things?
It took me like 30 minutes to fill out.
So easy.
How much am I gonna get?
This is a hidden gem.
Fill out your FAFSA.
FAFSA.
Drink water, buckle up, fill out your FAFSA.
Whether it's spring planting, fall harvesting, or just a drive across the state, soy biodiesel helps a diesel-powered engine operate in a demanding job. Soybean oil from Nebraska soybeans makes biodiesel a renewable fuel that's also environmentally responsible. The soybean checkoff plays a major role in supporting the use and availability of biodiesel. The Nebraska Soybean Board, growing opportunity from the ground up.
Participating in multiple Nebraska high school activities has taught me the value of teamwork.
I learned how to be a strong leader among my peers.
We set goals as a team and work hard to accomplish them.
I strive to excel not only in the classroom but on the playing field.
The Nebraska School Activities Association providing opportunities in 25 activities for our member high schools. NSAA activities, the other half of education.
Constellation is a natural gas supplier helping inspire young Nebraskans through hands-on learning. Constellation has given more than $290,000 to 4-H and FFA organizations across the state, helping support youth in your community with opportunities to achieve real-world success. Because we believe that powering communities means empowering our future leaders. With Constellation, a contribution to 4-H and FFA is in the stars.
We are back at Pinnacle Bank Arena here in Lincoln, Nebraska for the Class D2 State Championship. Along with Kathy Wieskamp, I'm Larry Putney. It's great to have you with us across the state. For those of you who maybe couldn't make it in here because of the pandemic or tried to get tickets and couldn't, glad you're able to watch us throughout the state. That young lady's parents couldn't make it here today. That is Rachel Dirks, her mother and father, Chris and Sue. Chris had COVID. Mom, Sue, is being quarantined, and so here she is in her senior year, state volleyball championship. And Mom and Dad are watching from home, so I want to say hello to Sue and Chris back on the farm just south of O'Neill, Nebraska. Good friends and good people. Chris and Sue wish you could be here. The entire family says hello, and I know Rachel wishes you could be here as well. Diller-Odell with the early point. Here in set number 3, they lead it 2-1.
Heidemann takes off right off, serving tough again coming into this third set.
2-0 to Love is the lead in the match. 4 there on the touch, so it's point for the Renegades. Double block there on Ramsey, but she
Great
goes through it.
pancaked up.
What a terrific up. Back row down and a point for the Renegades, but what an up by the libero, Madeline Swanson.
straight up, but then again, it's followed up here with the absolutely perfect pancake. Pops that up, got a good height on it, and kept it alive.
Another tough serve there for the Renegades. Just wide. So Pelster still serving. The only junior who has significant playing time on this Renegade squad. Overpass and put down by Ramsey, and Pelster on another run from the service line.
And again, you got Ramsey up front, and Pelster really driving that ball and feeding it right up to Ramsey. She's ready and willing to take care of that.
Good pass there. Heidemann in tempo, goes line and just wide.
Good idea there. That deep corner was open, just missed the mark. But again, good vision to see she had an option.
Heidemann back row to Heidemann. Good up by Mechke. Blocked out of touch. Dirks is blocked. Sadoff once again. She has been tough at the net.
I believe that's her 5th block in this match. So Sadoff really doing a tremendous job up the net, working hard.
That's serve point, CWC. It is serve for the Renegades, number 14, Alexis Butterfield.
So Alexis Butterfield now back into the game, the senior in there to serve. She has 36 aces on the year. Not much you can do with that on the swing by Carly Heidemann.
And Ramsey is just working hard to try and get out there, and you can see she's flying, but just the tempo of the ball, and again, that quick contact, Heidemann is just too tough to slow down.
Heidemann again has 12 kills in the match. Good second touch there, and a kill. Haberchak sends that over.
Smart decision going that deep corner, kind of clearing the ball quickly, catching the defense off balance. Tough serve. Tough spin on that ball. Just cleared the net. I mean, just cleared the tape. And then a lot of spin on it. Look at the movement of that ball.
Hitting second on the team with 47 aces on the year, and that will force a timeout from Diller-Odell. CWC with a 5-point advantage. Each of the 3, it's been the Renegades getting out to the early lead. 7-0, 5-2 in the second, and now 8-3 in set number 3. And each time Reba Hesterman has taken a timeout, settled her team in. And they've come from behind to take sets number 1 and 2. Well, the Renegades are led right now by Morgan Ramsey. Ramsey with 8 kills.
Yeah, she really came out on fire early on in set number 1, and then has continued since then, working very hard in the middle. She's got a big job up there. She's blocking, she's working to the pins, trying to stop Heidemann, but then she's getting off and in transition. But she's got a task, and she's up for it. She's playing hard and doing some great things. What a competitor.
Irely right behind her with 7 kills for CWC. Here's Heidemann again. Good up. Off an aggressive swing. Mechke got the top of the fingers and a kill for Mechke. That's 8.
She's really been a spark plug on that outside. Again, been fun to watch. She's really played a very complete game in the back row as well in the front row, but she just keeps making shots. Here she goes for that high hand.
Pulled out of the net. Boy, what a set by Heidemann. That was tight to the net. She kept her balance and got it in quick tempo to Heidemann.
Not only kept her balance, but froze the block and stole the block, giving her sister that big, wide open view.
Second touch.
Yep.
Good decision by Haberchak.
Haberchak just really seeing that situation, mixing it up. And again, waits till that last second and just directs it over.
And the ace. This time, the Renegades just opening it up. Now back to a 7-point, equaling their largest lead of the match.
And the Griffins really, and you can see right here, they've done a great job. They come together and kind of calm everybody down and really doing a great job talking to one another and keeping their poise. It's been impressive. Great hustle.
Tool the block, swing by Johnson. Emma Johnson with her 5th kill of the match.
Using the block and using that outside hand. Great shot.
Served by Haberchak. Metchke with another swing, and Metchke with the kill. That is 9 now, and Metchke leads CWC.
And hitting over 300 as well, so her efficiency is very high.
Second timeout here in this set by the Griffins. 13-5, largest lead of the match for the Renegades. So many times you see the dominant hitter come into these big matches. So much focus is placed on shutting down that dominant hitter that you need someone else to step up. And Metchke's certainly been doing it all year, but this is exactly what CWC needed in this moment when Ramsey, is always getting the big block.
Absolutely. Again, just the more dimensional that you can be, the better off you are. And again, obviously your go-to girl is successful. Yeah. But again, if the opponent is keen on it, it's good to have that change up and somebody else and really keep them guessing.
Serving is Ryan Haberchak.
Haberchak, the senior setter who's been a setter since her freshman year. Coach says she's put in a lot of extra work, not a natural setter. She always kind of thought of herself as a libero, but she's quick, does a nice job of getting to the ball and got to that one and put it right on for Metchke.
Well, and she's come in and done the extra work, as you mentioned. It's not just the training and practice. She's done the extra things to make herself be the best that she can. And Coach Kasler has said, these kids are doing it. I mean, they're willing to do whatever it takes. It's that important to them and willing.
Big solo block by the freshman Lily Swanson. And now Swanson will head back to serve.
Lily Swanson to serve.
And the kill by Dirks. Rachel Dirks with the kill. Granddaughter of former Nebraska State Senator Cap Dirks.
What a shot. Great job there, Emma Joseph.
Coyotes being freed up a bit right now. They have opened this up to a 10-point advantage.
And really just utilizing a lot of players, making some great shots. Serving tough has also been a key factor for them. They've been back at that line, really driving the ball. Good job there. Again, Heidemann sealing on the outside, didn't get used. Here you see those hands.
That is in. Nice touch by Johnson.
Just catches that line. Had a blocker in front of her and just took it off to the edge, off the fingers.
It was wide, point, CWC.
That block on that right side with Dirks and Ramsey has been so good for CWC.
It is a big block. They're strong. They're working hard. They're both of them 6'1".
Yeah.
There's a lot of long arms to get around up there. Blockers here again, but just not turn and push into the middle. Big swing takes advantage of that.
Servers long, point, CWC. The serve for the Renegades, Alexis Butterfield.
What a dominant game 3 here by CWC.
And I'd say it's really started with their strong serve. They've really been driving the ball and getting themselves balls that they then can come back and be aggressive with, and their block. The block has really stepped up here in this set.
But very active across the front row was Morgan Ramsey. Here's Alexis Butterfield back into serve. Let's go over to Ryan.
Yeah, Larry, Butterfield, one of the 8 seniors on this team, and she's actually torn her ACL twice already, so extremely bad luck for her, but it's great to see her back out on the court. She said she's missed so much time, especially in the summer during what would normally be practice and club volleyball season, and as opposed to being on the court, she spent so much time in physical therapy. So great to see her end her high school career being able to play in this match.
She's done a nice job off of the bench serving here for the Renegades.
Well, and you got to credit her. That's what great players do. They find a way to contribute in a different manner. Again, it maybe doesn't look the same as it did before, but I'm still finding a way and willing to work hard and take on that role.
Good tip right at the net by Meyerly. There's Alexis Butterfield, the senior.
Serving for Diller-Odell, Alicia Seta.
Third time at state for this senior squad of the Renegades. The lead here in the third. Only loss on the year came to Wayne in the tournament, 2-1.
Serving is Michelle Koenig.
And in a 5-set match, this is the first time all year they've lost 2 sets. As that goes into the net. CWC still 2 away here. Big advantage by 12. Free ball. Heidemann on the slide to Swanson, not down. Slide the other way. Ramsey is dug, and here's Heidemann.
Yep, Ramsey in the net, working hard. I mean, she is working hard and just catches her wrists on the net there. She's trying to reach across.
Ramsey far pin. And the block again, and all of a sudden, Griffins have rattled off 5 straight, and a timeout will be taken by Chambers Wheeler Central.
And really, you know, Ramsey, you can see she's looking tired over there. She's working very hard, and again, a moment to rest and recover.
It's been a good match for CWC's Tessa Mechke.
Definitely 10 kills here in this match. She's hitting 368. So very impressive, doing a great job being consistent. And as you mentioned, kind of just creating another dimension to the offense. But she's also done a great job. We've seen her attacking here, but she's done a great job in the back row. She's dug a lot of balls, been tough at the service line, and really played a very complete game. She's full of energy, fireball out there on the court.
At 368 leads all hitters who have at least 3 kills in the match. Carly Heidemann, despite her 14, hitting 250, but she's getting a lot of attention on the outside, as is Morgan Ramsey. Mechke again drives through that block right off the top of the fingertips.
She just keeps at it, and again, she just doesn't make a lot of errors. She makes good decisions. She's aggressive, reads her block, and swings accordingly.
Back to Heidemann. Nice up. That's Koenig with the
big swing. Here comes Heineman again.
Got me once, but not twice.
But part of that is she changed it up. I mean, she took a hard shot, cross-court shot. Here she turns and takes it down the line. So blockers are guessing, and they've got to really read. But again, that shows great decision-making.
Out of the back row. Got a good swing on it.
Another one. There she goes again.
Boy, really nice job to redirect by Mechke in the air to get a hand on that. And 25-14, the Coyotes have taken set number 3. Big swings by Mechke leading the way.
Electricity. It makes life easier, more productive, brighter, possible. Yet we only think about it when we don't have it. The next time you're doing, well, anything, think about how electricity makes it all possible. And know we will be there, powering your everyday, every day.
Early mornings, late nights, emotionally, physically, mentally tougher. Generations of trust, innovation, and hard work done side by side. The decisions you make for your land and livestock have a direct impact on your operation, the region, and the world. That is why we're there when you need us anytime, every time. We both have one chance, one season, one mission. Tougher together. Aurora and you.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions.
The fans in the stands might have a different look, but the sidelines, the field, and the coverage of NSAA high school football championships will remain the same. See all the action in all classes on NET Sports, Monday, November 23rd and Tuesday, November 24th. Visit netnebraska.org/sports for game day and times. Live streaming is available at the NET website and on the NET Nebraska app.
Coverage of the 2020 NSAA Volleyball Championships on NET is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest, Nebraska Public Power District, Nebraska Kubota Dealers, Aurora Cooperative, and Constellation. Hey, a big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska is the venue for these state high school volleyball championships for 2020. CWC takes the third easily by 11 and has pulled back to within one set. And they would love to push this to a deciding fifth here to open up the day in our day-long coverage of state high school volleyball championships. Glad to be with you, along with Kathy Eastcamp. I'm Larry Putney. Our entire NET production crew has been hard at work setting these up for you and bringing you this coverage. Glad you could join us. Hitting error, first point to the Renegades. And both of these teams open up in the same rotation that they have in the first 3 sets. Pelster serving for the Renegades, and for the Griffins, Heidemann in the back row. And she gets a swing out of the back row there. 2 touches, even at 1.
Diller-Odell. Serving for the Griffins, Madison Heineman.
So Addie Heineman now back to serve, the senior. Good aggressive swing by Ramsey on the left pin. Goes inside the block. Tools it for the kill.
They use Ramsey on the outside in this rotation off serve receive, give her a chance to swing big at the pin.
Butterfield now back in.
Point, CWC.
No touch, trying to get the top hands of the block.
Butterfield, good serve. Pulled Heidemann away, leads to the free ball. Aggressive swing on the second by Ramsey, wasn't wasting any time.
Nope.
That is just wide at the last minute. Metschke lets it go. Ryan Mix has been patrolling the sideline and creeping in on huddles. What'd you find out, Ryan?
Well, Larry, I don't want it creeping to be the word, but we'll go with that. Especially during a pandemic, right? Socially distancing appropriately. How about that?
Great.
Well, you know, it was a disappointing set for Diller-Odell, and players and Coach Hesterman, they were pretty passionate in that set. They felt like they were getting complacent, and they did not show nearly enough energy in that last set. So they were preaching to move their feet more, to be more aggressive, and overall just to be more communicative and show a lot more energy. They're only one set away from a state title, and Coach made sure that they remembered that.
Renegades.
Yeah, a little more energy here early on.
Back to serve Michelle Koenig.
And I meant creeping in the absolute best sense, Ryan.
Good pass there. And
Good hustle.
And that's critical. Again, the key pass, off serve receive. Coaches always talk about serve and serve receive, and CWC has been really serving tough and really challenging the Griffins. There Griffins got a nice pass and it paid off.
Metschke
again
with the kill. Metschke now with 13 kills in the match, and she's hitting above 400, 436.
Hey, if you're a senior, you are going to come out in this championship game and play your best, and she has definitely been able to do that today.
Boy, what a terrific set there by Addie Heidemann. Put it right on a dime.
I mean, she just does a tremendous job, and again, follows up with great shots. Not into the block, around the block. Just good decisions all the way around.
Nice job by Johnson to provide her own coverage, and then out of the back row, Ramsey with the kill. Ramsey coming alive here in these last two sets. She has 12 now.
And that's one nice thing. Again, both of these teams utilize their big hitters from that back row, adding another dimension, and if they get pulled off, still have a big attack.
I just missed that back line on a tough serve there from Haberchak.
Back to serve, Carly Heidemann.
Heidemann now will serve. Powered through that block. And Metschke again with another kill.
And again, she's here hitting in that rotation on that right side and a different block, and it's powerful. And so blockers got to really be set and solid and know who they got in front of them.
Good tough serve there.
Good control.
Off the tape, got a nice roll there by Johnson.
Johnson kind of goes, well, it wasn't pretty, but it worked. Doesn't matter. Went down to the floor.
Long by Metschke.
Sorry for the Griffins, Lily Swanson.
A tough serve by Swanson. Got a great up. Koenig kept it alive.
Great choice, great decision. She knew exactly where the open area was on the court.
Great dump.
You can see where the defense is, stayed way back over on the right side after the serve, didn't get up into that tight base. Good recognition.
No touch, and it's long.
CWC. To serve, McKenna Pilster.
Pelster now back in rotation 1 here for the Renegades. This is the rotation. They've been able to do some damage.
Yes.
And it's thanks in part to that big block that they have on that right side with Ramsey and Dirks.
And again, Dirks does a great job. Did you see those arms? Again, technique.
Out of the back row, Heidemann. Heidemann with the kill.
Back to serve, Addison Heidemann.
And now Addie Heidemann will go back to serve. Good swing down the line by Dirks. That's a great change of pace. She's been going mid-court so many times, and that time wrist away right down the line.
And just that change in direction. Even the defense is there. They're not prepared for it because they haven't seen it.
Deep corner by Carly.
Working those corners, making the defense pursue balls. And finds it perfectly in that corner.
Free balled over and got the free ball bump kill.
Point, Renegades. Michelle Koenig to serve.
Koenig now back to serve. CWC with 3-point lead here in set 4. Diller-Odell on top 2-1 here in the D2 title game.
Carly Heinemann again, just there's so much power and pace on that ball. You saw Meshki get her hand on it, but it's just coming so fast you got to really absorb, try and slow it down.
Carly Heidemann now with 20 kills in the match, and she's hitting above 340. So she's really come on strong here late.
Yep.
Good swing from the left side.
CWC, sorry, likes to do that. They'll take that opportunity. If that ball comes up to Haverchek, she'll take it and just set it, and her attackers have been ready and up there and swinging away on that second ball.
Yeah, that was interesting. I thought Addie did a really nice job of attacking the setter with the free ball to take the setter out of system, but a great job by Haverchek to recognize it and go right to the pin.
Right, she chose not to then pop it up and play it, give it to somebody else. She just took it and did her job.
And Kathy, everyone has to be ready for that, right? That's
Absolutely.
something, because if one person isn't ready for that quick set or the quick ball off the second, there it is.
I mean, that ball came off and you can see the transition. They crossed over. Everybody did what they needed to do, and that put them in position to be able to swing and be aggressive.
Meyerly gets another kill, and that, or excuse me, Mechke gets another kill, and that is now 15 for Tessa Mechke.
And again, the efficiency, 462. She is hitting 462. So,
wow.
Give her the ball.
15,
she's going to do something good with it.
15 for Mechke, 13 for Ramsey. Well, we haven't mentioned, I think you probably noticed, but one of the things, due to the pandemic that has changed is teams are no longer switching benches after every set.
Right, I like it.
I do too. Yeah.
And I think teams do too. I mean, they kind of get settled in and focused and.
Overpass.
Johnson firing away up there at the net.
And the ace, big ace by Ramsey, and that lead is at 7. And this is the danger when you give a team momentum in a state championship, right?
Absolutely, and again, that energy and just that momentum shift.
Just long. Still plenty of time here in set number 4, 18-12. Renegades on top.
But creeping close to that 20, you know, that's kind of that benchmark of.
Outside, there's the block and down. Blocked on the line. And Heidemann credit for it. Here's another one.
And I think, yep, and I think they called it in.
Net?
Yeah, I think.
Or called the block, yeah.
Yeah.
3 straight now for Diller-Odell. We see Meyerly successful on this point for the Griffins. You're likely going to get a timeout here from the Renegades. On the slide, right off the top of the tape, and finds the floor. Big point there for the Renegades.
And Johnson, that's her 10th. I mean, she's just been kind of chipping away here at it. That's her 10th kill, or excuse me, 11th. So, and that's really been shown up late, I think, in the match.
Tough serving again leads to the overpass. Mechke off the block. Got a touch on it. Free ball. Tough one to handle. In system.
Yep.
Boy, great job. And the pace on the in-system ball on a tough pass, so impressive.
Yeah, that's just the key, the pace of that ball to the outside, and then you've got that power out there. Just tough to stop.
You know, I wonder if there's anywhere else in the country, Kathy, where the smallest class in the state has this kind of quality.
I just can't believe that there is.
Yeah.
I mean, we're so fortunate here in the state of Nebraska for the quality that we're seeing, and even in the smaller classes, and that's a lot of credit to the coaches, and again, just the culture of Nebraska volleyball.
Yeah, you mentioned coaches Diane Caselder, who's the coach of the Renegades of CWC. You know, she's not even an employee of the school system. She says, I just love the sport. I love these girls. Anybody who wants to come in and help me coach, they can, because I listen to them. But, you know, she owns a convenience store in the M&M C-store in Erickson, which is about a 45-minute drive to the school. So she drives 45 minutes each way every day to coach these girls. And just, you could tell in talking to her the passion she has for this team and these girls and this sport.
I was just going to say her passion, and again, her willingness to learn, and like you said, she's brought in other coaches to help, you know, herself grow, but also her team, and she's modeled that, and that's the type of player that she has.
Yeah.
You know, the kids are willing to do anything. She said, we're a bunch of farm girls that are willing to work hard here, do whatever it takes, always open to learn. And what a coach's dream.
Yes, absolutely. Timeout works for the Renegades. They are the first to 20 at 20-16. Mechke now back to serve. Good driving serve. The freshman Swanson not down. And into the pin on a tough ball to handle.
Ball was really wide there and really tough for Dirks to get to. Again, being in their offhand side also, it even made it more difficult.
Back-to-back errors as things begin to tighten up here late in set number 4. Renegades 4 away from pushing this to a deciding 5th in our first match of the day. Heidemann out of the back row. Carly now with 22 kills on the back row attack.
And again, she can cause a lot of trouble even when she's in the back row. You think about her in the front row, but the work that she does back there on the attack. Talk about a great attacker right here. We go Ramsey up front. Tough ball was tight, and she took it and didn't hit right into the box. She turned her hand on and put that spin on it to take it around.
Timeout, Diller-Odell.
And a timeout will now be taken by Reba Hesterman. Second timeout here of the 4th set. She is the first-year head coach of the Griffins of Diller-Odell, replacing Candace Juergens, who you might remember was down here last year, won a state championship with the Griffins. Her daughter plays at USD, plays for the Coyotes. Madison, she wanted to spend more time and have the ability to go watch Madison play volleyball, and unfortunately Madison misses this season because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
I want to remind you, you can pick up a copy of these state championships, get a DVD by calling 800-868-1868, or log into our website at netnebraska.org/sports and pick up your copy of any of our state high school championships here on NET. 22-18, 3 away here for the Renegades. Alexis Butterfield serving. Good pass. Heidemann, back row to Heidemann, and long. Just didn't get the kind of swing on that she wanted.
Well, it wasn't maybe quite high enough under contact, so she had to hit a little flatter to get it over, and
2 touches. She was trying to read the defenders, and at the last moment made the decision to go behind her and just mishandled.
Yeah, just didn't come out clean.
Set point here for CWC. Good tip on the kill. Sat off with the point. Set point number 2. As Ava Lovett serves. Ramsey with the swing down the line. Good up by Heidemann. On the far side, Ramsey goes to the other side and gets a swing. In the middle, Ramsey. Kept alive. Great over by Metchke. And then Heidemann terminates.
Great rally there. Great responses. But a big swing.
With some great effort on both sides there. 3rd set point here. Tip along the net. Heidemann was there. Free ball. Heidemann in the middle with the block on Ramsey. And it's a 4-zip run for Diller-Odell. And a timeout is going to be taken. Nope, check that. He's going to wait.
Yep, thought she was walking up.
So 4th set point on the slide. Ramsey blocked. Heidemann, what a big block on the slide.
Huge block there. Look at that, great execution. CWC trying to mix it up, coming around on that slide behind, but Heidemann was ready.
It is a 5-zip run right now for Diller-Odell. They're back to within 2. And the Coyotes out of this timeout just need a point on their 5th set point upcoming.
So draw one up here in the timeout.
We're saying Coyotes. Coyotes used to be Chambers, right?
Right.
And even in many of these publications that are still on, it says.
A blend.
So we have stat monitors in front of us that say CWC Coyotes. We know it's the Renegades.
And I started off, I apologize for the beginning, I was Coyotes, and so the combination created the Renegades.
Tip, not down. Down the line, got it! From the left side, the swing by Koenig. And we are heading to a deciding 5th in our first state championship of the day. 6 trophies are going to be crowned today. There's a lot of volleyball, but a big setup coming. 5th and deciding in Class D2, CWC and Diller-Odell.
Take back your garage. Stuck with an extra vehicle that's taking up needed space? Donate it and get your garage back again. Support quality public media and get a tax deduction.
Only the hardest blows can win against the enemy we are fighting. Invoking the spirit of our forefathers' army, they fought with a dash of surprise both friend and foe, and staved the courage of seasoned troops. In the 1,000 individual combats.
Wednesday night at 9 Central on NET.
NET supports those who have driven miles of Nebraska highways. Those who have paid their share of admission fees. Those who have worn their school colors faithfully. Those who have practiced, practiced, practiced. And those who have stood on the sidelines. NET supports those who have supported Nebraska high school athletes.
Big Red Wrap-Up brings you inside the game of Husker football Tuesday nights on NET World and NET with in-depth analysis and game breakdowns. Join the team for highlights, recruiting news, and weekly special guests. Catch the state's only live and interactive Husker football program on television. Watch Big Red Wrap-Up Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central on NET World and again at 10 p.m. Central on NET.
Coverage of the 2020 NSAA Volleyball Championships on NET is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest, Nebraska Public Power District, Nebraska Kubota Dealers, Aurora Cooperative, and Constellation. Hey, a big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. The race to 15 here in set number 5 between the Renegades of Chambers-Wheeler Central and the Griffins of Diller-Odell. A free ball on the first opening rally. Off the top of the block.
Great up.
Outside. Big swing by Dirks on the right side, and Rachel Dirks gets it started for the Renegades.
Got to give that Mischke that great up. I mean, pops it up, and great decision also to go back to Dirks on that. Take it a different direction.
Rachel's older sister, Reagan, was also a great high school volleyball player. Never had the opportunity to get here in a state championship, and I'm sure Rachel will remind her of that frequently. And then on the turn, nice wrist away and the kill. Big swing by Ramsey there.
And can you just feel a little more energy here?
Absolutely.
I mean, after we started this, it just the atmosphere feel here of this 5th set. I like it.
But isn't this what you would expect from a group of seniors? All senior team, they get down 2-0 and they just don't let it phase them?
Absolutely. I mean, they just have just been workhorses. And again, it goes back to that. We will continue to work. We don't want to be denied, and we don't want to leave this without giving everything we've got.
Ramsey again, tip. Oh, good up. Kept alive. Heidemann out of the back row, free balls it. Swing. Koenig got the kill. And once again, in this rotation, CWC jumps out to the big early lead.
Big lead here, Koenig, big swings. Look at that open spot between the blockers. And this is a fast game, so getting out quick is really important here. Like we talked before, we've seen a 7-0, lead just like that. And if the 5th set, that could be something very difficult to overcome.
Reba Hesterman clearly recognized that as well. Took the quick timeout earlier at 4-0 because it is a race to 15. And they're in that just difficult rotation for the Griffins right now with Heidemann in the back row, and on the other side of the net, you have the two bigger players in Ramsey and Dirks on the front line, providing a big block and also a big attack, hitting through the block. And there is this senior class. They have 104 career wins as a class.
Wow.
Caselder talked about taking these kids around when they were in junior high, and helping train them and get them ready for this moment. And here they are, all seniors on the floor and acting like it in a big moment. Good up there. Pushed outside. Koenig again. Got it! Big swing from the left pin by Koenig. And now in a race to 15, Griffins have to find a way to get out of this rotation.
They got to pass the ball here, give them a chance.
Just inside, Ramsey again, and Ramsey now up to 15 kills, equaling Mechke.
Well, and right now, CWC is playing so free and confident, you know, and I feel like the Griffins, it looks a little bit more tense.
Yeah. Ramsey again got it off the block. Right around the block, and another kill for Ramsey, and a 7-0 lead.
This looks very similar to set number 1, that strong start, this rotation.
So similar. And finally ended by Meyerly on the left side, and what a big swing that was for the Griffins. And now they have to get something going offensively as Ava Lovett goes back to serve. Upset, Ramsey, tip, sit back, and then off her shoulder. Koenig got it again. Koenig big here in set number 5.
And the Renegades, they just keep stepping in. If something doesn't go right, somebody else steps in. Dirk stepped in for the set. They're covering. They're really, again, working collectively as a team.
Now you saw Ramsey kind of chicken wing it there. I was blocked and didn't see that. Nice job to just keep that alive. Ramsey through the block. Good up by Heidemann. Now Heidemann powers through and out. And now Carly Heidemann in the front row, and the Griffins will try to start doing some damage.
And this is what we saw earlier too. Again, we get her rotated to the front and let her take over.
No touch on the block. Nope, they are going to say touch. No, now they don't.
Out.
So ball out and point to the Griffins. Kept it in. And here comes Carly Heidemann. Not done yet. 25 kills for Heidemann.
You know, as you mentioned, she had 33 in first round. She is warming up.
She might need another 33 here. Oh, had the open floor and just didn't quite clear the tape, and a timeout will be called by Diane Caselder, the head coach of the Renegades.
Great idea there by Ramsey, just didn't execute it well. And again, a good moment to take a breath and recollect here.
8-5, Diller-Odell was on a 5-1 run. CWC opened up this 5th set. 7-0. And the two big players coming into this championship match, the two that led the state tournament in kills in the state tournament, were Morgan Ramsey and Carly Heidemann. And here they are going back and forth.
I mean, these two have been battling it all morning long, and as you said, in this tournament, they have just done a tremendous job consistently. Here you see Ramsey just going up. We've seen her run some stretches across the front where she has been unstoppable.
Out of the timeout, they'll go to Ramsey. Heidemann kept it alive. Free ball again. In system. Pushed out. And into the antenna. And now a 2-point match. What a state championship match here in Class D2. Ramsey, boy, great redirection.
Yep. Ball on the outside, and again, utilizing her in a different location here. No block in front of her.
Look at how much she had to move off of her path to get to that ball. Heineman, bingo. 26 for Heineman.
The block just can't keep up with that fast pace to the outside.
Into the net. Set was just too
tight.
far outside the antenna for her to do much with, and kind of forced her into the net. 9-8. And the ace. And this is a 9-2 run by Diller-Odell. They trailed 7-0, got out of that rotation, and they have gone on a 9-2 run to even this at 9 apiece. Deciding set 5 here in the D2 title game. Diller-Odell with CWC here, coming in at 31-1 on the year. Taking on the top seed Griffins of Diller-Odell, who came in at 30-1. Good time for you to connect with us on Facebook and Twitter. You can add a comment, catch up on the latest Nebraska sports information, and like NET Sports and Big Red Wrap-Up. Join in the conversation. Here we go. 9-9, set number 5. Griffins to serve. Pump set to Ramsey, not much to do with that. Heineman, a little tight. Goes off of Ramsey and out. It'll be a point for the Griffins. Ramsey reached across there, tried to be aggressive. And suddenly the passing breaking down a bit for the Renegades here in crucial moments. Heineman again, good up there.
Yes.
And there's Mechke. Mechke was 16 now, even at 10s. Ramsey now in the back row. And she will serve. Good, tough serve. Nice pass, Heineman. Boy, had a one-on-one there and could not get a set to hit. This time she does.
I was gonna say, that was a set to hit.
But what a dig in the back row by Butterfield. Chasing that out. Carly Heineman, 28 kills.
Hitting 360 plus.
Wow. Tight. With the block there, that's Addie Heineman, the senior Addie Heineman. And Diller-Odell now up by 2.
That last push, that strong push.
On the slide. Good job to keep it alive. Back row Ramsey. Swanson couldn't get it down, but the push put him out of system. Heineman out to Lovett. Lovett off the top of the block, not down. Deep corner, not there, kept alive. Lovett again. Back row, got it! Heineman, big swing. 13-10, Diller-Odell on top. In the middle, Swanson, the freshman, with the kill. And that puts Diller-Odell at match point. The Griffins looking for their second consecutive state championship. And Mechke powers through, picks up kill number 17. You see her, we can do this, let's go.
She passed that ball, put herself in position, big swing. She's determined.
Match point number 2. Mechke again finds the floor, miscommunication.
Yep, watching it, let it fall. This point in the match, just gotta go.
Haverchek to serve. This is the 3rd match point. Ooh, looks like it was brought back in.
Yeah.
And long, no touch. And now if CWC can get this point, we go to extra in the 5th, and a timeout taken by Reba Hesterman. Well, this is the way to start the day, Kathy.
This is how it's done.
Well, we are in a 5th and deciding set here in the Class D2 State Championship between Chambers Wheeler Central and Diller-Odell. And here's a look at the highlights from set 5. It was out quick for CWC. Looked like they were going to run away with this 5th set. They went up 7-0.
But
back comes Diller-Odell.
There's more to the story.
9-2 run by the Griffins. And here we find ourselves at match point number 4. 4th match point for Diller-Odell. Haverchuk serves. Pass is off. Goes back to Lovett. Into the net on Lovett. We are even.
Extra, that's what we wanted.
14 all. We have extra points. Free ball.
See what they do.
In the middle. Kept alive. Lovett with the good swing. Got it. Big swing by Lovett. Boy, Ava Lovett has had to be big over there on that left side, and at just 5'7", that was a big swing.
She did a great job getting her feet to the ball. Key.
Another match point. Lovett again. Got it! Ava Lovett closes it out! And the Griffins are back-to-back state champions!
Incredible match.
Absolutely phenomenal. 16-14 the final. In set number 5, Diller-Odell, the top seed, comes out on top.
And talk about a team effort.
Wow.
Poise, competitive. Doesn't get any better than that.
So congratulations to the back-to-back state champion, the Griffins of Diller-Odell. They survived the comeback attempt by the Renegades, who were down 2-0. Then they were down 14-11. They fought to extra points, and what an epic Class D2 state championship. Griffins are the title holders. Trophies and medals when we come back.
Electricity. It makes life easier, more productive, brighter, possible. Yet we only think about it when we don't have it. The next time you're doing, well, anything, think about how electricity makes it all possible. And know we will be there, powering your everyday, every day.
Early mornings, late nights, emotionally, physically, mentally tougher. Generations of trust, innovation, and hard work done side by side. The decisions you make for your land and livestock have a direct impact on your operation, the region, and the world. That is why we're there when you need us anytime, every time. We both have one chance, one season, one mission. Tougher together. Aurora and you.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Coverage of the 2020 NSAA Volleyball Championships on NET is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest, Nebraska Public Power District, Nebraska Kubota Dealers, Aurora Cooperative, and Constellation. Hey, a big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Well, a classic here in Class D2 to open the day. The Diller-Odell Griffins win it in 5 and extra points, 16-14. Time now for presentation of medals and trophies. Let's go to Steve Lemon.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. Presentations will be made by NSAA Executive Director Jay Beller, NSAA Board of Directors Dr. John Cerny from Bancroft Rosalie, Dan Kieser from Sutherland, and Dana Wiseman from Sutton. Here are the awards for runner-up Chambers Wheeler Central. Head coach Diane Castleter and her assistants will present the silver medals. Players, please come forward as your name is called. Number 6, Ellie Metzke. Number 8, Cheyenne Pokorny. Number 19, McKenna Pelster. And now, the seniors. Number 1, Brooke Ehlers. Number 2, Emma Johnson. Number 4, Michelle Koenig. Number 5, Ryan Haberchak. Number 9, Morgan Ramsey. Number 13, Rachel Dirks. Number 14, Alexis Butterfield. And number 17, Tessa Metzke. And now for these outstanding athletes and their school, here is the 2020 NSAA Class D2 State Volleyball Runner-Up Trophy. Congratulations, Chambers Wheeler Central. And now to the champions, Diller-Odell High School. Head coach Reba Hesterman, we have a special award for you. Coach Hesterman and her assistants will present the gold medals. Players, please come forward as your name is called. Number 1, Tatum Schroeder. Number 2, Mad Meyerly. Number 3, Kira Hennerberg. Number 6, Lily Swanson. Number 8, Madeline Swanson. Number 9, Alicia Sanoff. Number 11, Rachel Stanishek. Number 14, Carly Heidemann. Number 17, Kate Costal. And now, the seniors. Number 4, Addison Heidemann. And number 5, Ava Lovett. Presenting the championship game ball from Farmers Mutual Insurance, Director of Communications and Marketing, Jess Rustad. And now for these outstanding athletes and their school, here's the 2020 NSAA Class D2 State Volleyball Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Diller-Odell High School.
There are your state champs, and the one that finished it off. You gotta love it. It's Ava Lovett grabbing that trophy and throwing it around. State champs in Class D2, the Griffins of Diller-Odell, back-to-back title holders. And when we come back, we'll hear from those champs. Stay with us right here on NET.
After concussion, returning to the classroom is a priority of the NSAA. All brains return to learn. Not all brains return to play.
After recognizing that an athlete has suffered a concussion, it is important to monitor the symptoms in the classroom before allowing the athlete to return to extracurricular activities.
The NSAA requires coaches in all sports to take a concussion course once every 3 years.
More information is available on our website, nsaahome.org. Student athletes are students first, athletes second.
Local businesses are an important part of our state's economy. They're run by people who are imaginative, determined, innovative, and committed to being here in Nebraska. But the pandemic has challenged their resilience and their future. Your support, done safely, is important to local business because our community is stronger when we care for the well-being and livelihood of our neighbors. Local shopping, done in safe ways, supports Nebraska businesses today.
This year, PBS programs have been nominated for 54 Emmy Awards, including 48 news and documentary Emmys, more than any other network. Congratulations to the nominees, and thank you for making PBS America's home for documentaries.
The fans in the stands might have a different look, but the sidelines, the field, and the coverage of NSAA high school football championships will remain the same. See all the action in all classes on NET Sports, Monday, November 23rd and Tuesday, November 24th. Visit netnebraska.org/sports for game day and times. Live streaming is available at the NET website and on the NET Nebraska app.
Watch NET Sports anytime, anywhere. Download the free NET Nebraska app today. Watch live streaming of the NSAA High School Championships, college player profiles, full-length episodes from Big Red Wrap-Up, and so much more. Get the app at netnebraska.org/apps.
Coverage of the 2020 NSAA Volleyball Championships on NET is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest, Nebraska Public Power District, Nebraska Kubota Dealers, Aurora Cooperative, and Constellation. Hey, a big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support.
Here with the champs, Diller-Odell claims their second consecutive state championship. Head coach Reba Hesterman joining me now. Coach, I mean, you guys are up 2-0, had quite the scare, down 8-1 in the fifth, but you can take a deep breath. How's it feel to be a state champ again?
It feels amazing, especially my first year taking over this program. That does not happen very often. I'm very blessed to have these group of girls that I have.
Absolutely. You sound a little bit emotional. What's going through you right now?
I mean, emotions were high just because we were down the last two, or the third and fourth set, but we came through and pulled through. We work on in practice, working back out of stuff all the time, and they took that and we executed it today.
In that fifth set, you guys were trailing 8-1. You called timeout. So what did you tell the girls in that huddle?
The biggest thing I kept telling our girls is we have to keep our composure. We can't get tight. We have to relax and play the game that we know how to play.
And the two girls we're going to hear from, the Heidemann sisters, special talent here, especially for the state's smallest class in Class D. Addison's last match as a Griffin, what's it been like to coach her?
It's been amazing. I've had her since her sophomore year when I came as an assistant coach, and she's came out and she's given me everything she's got every single day. She works hard, and she's going to go far once she leaves this program.
Is it just me, or is that trophy a little bit bigger this year?
It is a little bit bigger this year. It's taking up more of my body, I feel like, than last year.
Well, congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
And let's bring in Carly.
Oh, sorry.
Carly, a sophomore, you're 2 for 2 in state championships. How does this one feel?
Feels amazing. All the hard work just paid off this year, and we're all so happy, and it felt amazing.
How are you feeling? I mean, legs, arms doing good? You were a workhorse out there.
Kept icing over this week, and we paid off.
29 kills, 20 digs, and you hit 377. What a way to cap off this season for you. As we take a look at the highlights, that fifth set, emotionally, what was that like for you?
All the emotions from the whole game just kind of added up in that fifth set, and we all knew we had to keep our composure. If we wanted to come back from, like you said, 8-1 and win this set, we just had to keep our cool.
And you knew this would be your final match playing with your sister. Was that a bit emotional for you?
Yeah, I really wanted to go off with a bang. We played together last year and then again this year, and it really just all the hard work we've put in all the years and our connection. It felt great as a team, and to send her out in Ava with a bang.
Well, congratulations, Carly.
Thank you.
Let's bring in Addie, the senior who finished with 35 digs, 13 kills. Addie, to end your career as state championship, how does this feel?
Oh, it's awesome, especially because it's a two-peat, and I wouldn't have wanted to go out any other way.
Addie, obviously this was such a unique season, playing in a pandemic. Did you ever think that we would get to this point?
To be honest, I don't know, because we've had some COVID cases at our school, and during that time, we all were scared out of our minds, because this is what every girl at Diller-Odell works for. We've all put our time in volleyball, and this has been our dream since we've been in elementary school.
So you lead 2-0, and then CWC comes storming back, and then in the fifth, that momentum carried over. I'm curious to hear your perspective as a senior leader. How did you girls rally back?
I think we just had to know that we won the first two sets, so we know we can beat them. We know we could beat them in the set, and this set we knew that we didn't want to go home taking second place. We knew that we had to put in the extra effort, and we had to, we just had to give the extra effort.
Coach Hesterman, in her first year as head coach, of course she was an assistant coach last year. What do you think is in store for the future of this program?
I think she's a great coach, and she has an awesome work ethic, and she'll always put the girls on the team. She will always have them working hard in practice and games, and she's not satisfied with anything other than that.
And Addie committed to Iowa State next year, is that right?
Yep.
So what are you looking forward to after this?
I'm excited to go play at the next level, very high level, high competition there, and I'm so excited.
Well, congratulations. We wish you the best of luck, and it's been a pleasure to watch you play, and we'll be able to watch your sister play for 2 more years. So, yes. Diller-Odell, back-to-back state champs in Class D2.
All right, thank you very much, Ryan. Congratulations once again to the Griffins of Diller-Odell. Here's a look at the highlights from that D2 title match. And just a back and forth match. You have to, a lot of credit goes to Diller-Odell for hanging on late, but how about the heart that CWC showed in being down 2-0 and then late being down 3, could have easily rolled over at 14-11, and they pushed it to extra points.
They did, and with, as we talked through the match, a bunch of seniors out there that were going to leave it all on the court. They didn't get rattled. They stayed focused, kept working hard. We saw a great play on both sides of the net. A great start to the morning, and doesn't get any better. And the other thing is the high quality. I think that's the thing that we want to talk about too. D2, these are small communities, but the quality of athletes and the quality of play is just incredible.
Yeah, we mentioned it during the match. I just don't think you'll see anywhere else in the country this level of volleyball in a state's smallest class. It really was. It was impressive.
It's impressive, and we talk about kids going on to play at Division I schools, you know, and how. And the other thing is, I think you really see about how they bring everybody around them up and elevate the level of play. Our coaches are doing a great job. And today we got a chance to start our day, and I think we're in for a long day of great matches with a lot of great things going to happen.
Well, they certainly set the they set the marker high, right? I mean, what a terrific first match for the Class D2 state championship. Once again, Diller-Odell goes back-to-back, winning the state championship over Chambers Wheeler Central. 16-14 in set number 5. It goes to extras, and we have a champ, our first of 6 on the day. But a lot still to come here on NET, and along with Kathy Wieskamp, I'm Larry Putney, Ryan Mix, and our entire crew thrilled to be here at Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln to bring you these state championships. And here is a look at what is coming up over the rest of today. They have split these up, obviously, to allow for fans to, socially distance and get in and out safely. So we have 3 different sessions. The second game of our morning session will be in Class D1, where Bergen will take on Pleasanton. That should be a terrific matchup between Bergen, who just has a really tough schedule. They're coming in at 26-10, and they face a Pleasanton team that has only lost 3 sets all year at 32-0. So that should be a good one coming up in D1. And then we'll take just a brief break. We'll come back at 2 o'clock for 2 more. And that would be Class C2 and C1, where Norfolk Catholic will take on Lutheran High Northeast. Those 2 schools, by the way, are 3.1 miles apart in Norfolk. So they're right there, just minutes apart from each other. They come down here to Pinnacle Bank Arena to play for a state title. And then in Class C1, a couple of programs who we are just used to seeing in these state championships, St. Paul and Wahoo. If you look back at the last 3 years, there are 3 schools that have been in every Final Four in Class C1. St. Paul, Wahoo, and Lincoln Lutheran. All 3 of those schools have been in the Final Four. And this will be the first showdown between St. Paul and Wahoo in a final. So they are the only 2 that haven't played each other.
And both undefeated.
That's right.
So coming in with perfect records.
34-0. We haven't had that since 2014.
Right.
Do I need to remind you what happened in that when they were both undefeated? We had 1 game.
Oh, yes.
That was 34-32. So who knows?
We're in for something.
We could be in for some great volleyball today. And then in Class B at 7 o'clock tonight, it's Norris and Scott Catholic. Of course, Scott is looking to tie a state record with their 6th consecutive state championship. And by some rankings across the country, Scott is the #1 ranked high school team in America. In fact, they've beaten the #4 team twice this year. And the only 2 losses the #4 team in the nation has had. That's St. Thomas Aquinas out of Kansas.
And when you get a chance to watch them, you'll see why.
Yep.
I mean, they're in a very impressive group.
And then, of course, we wrap it up in Class A late tonight with Papillion La Vista South, the Titans making a run through. And they'll face a very tough, also nationally ranked Elkhorn South squad. So that should be good. And that's going to be like at 9 o'clock tonight.
Yep. We're here for the long haul. So don't leave us.
This is what we have coming up next. It's the D1 title between Bergen and Pleasanton. Pleasanton unbeaten 34-0 on the year. Should be a good one, hopefully as good as the D2 title. For Kathy Wieskamp, I'm Larry Putney. For Ryan Mix, thanks for joining us for the D2 title game. Come on back. D1 is just around the corner right here on NET Sports.